Supply and demand is a scam and it doesn't work, but this strategy does. I have been trading for over 4 years, and like most traders, I wasted my first 2 years losing in these markets because these fake forex gurus always taught some BS strategies like supply and demand. And guess what? It didn't work at all. But luckily, everything changed once I found this easy and simple strategy, and now I've been profitable for over 2 years, making money consistently in these markets. Now, if you're in a position where you have been trading these shitty retail trading strategies like supply and demand and you're stuck, then don't worry at all, because in this video I'll break down my simple strategy in just 3 simple steps. It is finally time to stop wasting your hard-earned money in these markets. So let's get into the video. Step number 1 is the trending stage. So essentially there's 3 trends, but like I told you, 2 trends you actually need to see in order for you to enter. So first of all, there's the uptrend. The uptrend always moves like this: higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? Downtrend moves in lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Very simple, but it's very consistent. That's the key. It's very consistent, and your job is to follow the trend, okay? Because it moves consistently, so you have to follow it, right? And then there's the consolidation. This is when you shouldn't necessarily look for trades. I made a big mistake in my beginning stage of trading when I used to try to trade in consolidation. This is when there's equal amount of buyers or sellers, or just no volume in the markets, which cause the market not to move and move sideways. So this you should just ignore. But in the trends, when you need to follow, there's something called an impulse and a retracement consistently. So the impulse is the big move of the trend, and the retracement is the smaller move. The retracement happens because the price needs to fix itself and to fill orders, and then there's the impulse, retracement, impulse. And look at it here, downtrend also impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement, impulse, right? Now I'm going to show you in the charts how you can actually follow the trend and make a ton of money. So now we're in the charts, and this is actually a quite perfect example of the strategy working. This is literally the trade that I took yesterday. Look at this. This is a nice 1-to-2 reward ratio. What is this? This is literally the pattern that I just showed you. This is something called a downtrend in the 1 minute time frame. Look at this. This is a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and look at this, lower lows, right? It's very consistent. And what I essentially saw, I saw this pattern start to move and respect it. We constantly saw the respect of the downtrend. I'm going to show you how to follow the trend. So first of all, I'm going to show you an example of a downtrend, because this is a downtrend. I'm going to show you an example how you can actually follow the trend to the downside. So how did the trend move again? It moves in low lows, lower highs, low lows, low highs, low lows, right? Now, a lot of people make this mistake when following the trend. They want to enter on the retracement right here, but in reality you want to enter when the new lower low is being created right here. Look at this. You want to enter right here and not here. You could essentially enter right here as well, but when the retracement happens, exactly when the retracement happens, there will be something called a low, right? This is when the lower low appears, and then there's the retracement, lower low, lower high, and then you have to wait when there's a new lower low. And once this lower low is being created, something called a break of structure will appear right here. BOS, break of structure, and you want to be entering right in here at this spot and follow the trend to the downside and put the stop loss above the most recent lower high, because remember, this is the lower high, and you're gonna follow the trend to the downside exactly like I did in the trade that I just took. But I'm gonna show you an example of a uptrend as well. So remember, impulse, retracement, impulse, aka higher high, higher low, higher high, and higher low, higher high, right? So essentially, when this is the trend, right, when there's a retracement, there's gonna be the higher high, right? And you want to be scouting for the new up candle close above the most recent higher high. When this candle closes above this higher high, it will be a BOS, break of structure, and you want to be entering right here. Put the stop loss below the most recent high low right here, and you get a target and follow the trend. And now I'm going to show you how did I actually take this trade. I was in the session open. This is 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, and I was like, okay, this is very beautiful. It constantly moves in low lows, lower highs, low lows, and it respects the trend. That's the key. You have to always see the price respect the trend, and when it respects the trend, that's when you're going to follow it. Okay, so let me go to the replay mode. I'm going to show you what happens. So now we create our up candle. So this is the retracement. Remember, look at this: lower lows, lower highs. This is the retracement. This is the lower low, right? This is the lower low, and I want to see a down candle close below that lower low. That's when the break of structure will appear. Okay, let's see, does it happen yet? There we go. Now it broke structure, and I entered right here. I got filled in here, and look at this. goes through. Step number 2, trend reversals. This is so important because trend reversals allows us to know when will the trend actually switch the direction of the market. We can do that by spotting liquidity, because liquidity allows us to know when will the trend switch, possibly, at least momentarily, and we can also target liquidity. So let me quickly teach you about liquidity and then reversals. Liquidity is something that these big banks, institutions, and hedge funds, the ones who actually move the market, they constantly want to seek liquidity to take out orders, stop retail traders out from the market, and then they can fill their large positions. And liquidity always rests above highs and below lows. And you may wonder, how can we spot highs and lows? So essentially, high is being created by an up candle that is then followed immediately by a down candle. So this is the high, and above this high there will be resting liquidity that is ready to be taken out. And obviously below lows there's liquidity. So low is being created by a down candle that is then immediately followed by an up candle, right, like this. And below here there's resting liquidity that is ready to be taken. So go 15-minute time frame or above, and go spot those highs and lows, because there will be resting liquidity. So essentially this is the key, guys. Let's say you spotted like 15-minute time frame liquidity or above. You see the downtrend movement, right? Low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows, low highs, low lows. And once this liquidity gets taken out in a downtrend, there's a huge chance that the downtrend will turn into an uptrend if there's enough liquidity, right? And if you see immediate reaction to the upside and we create something called a break of structure to the upside, trend switch, which means an up candle will close above the most recent lower high right here, and that's gonna be also a break of structure. So after this break of structure to the upside right here, this is gonna be a higher high, and especially if you continues to respect the trend, higher low, higher high, like this. Okay, so this is also a break of structure right here. So you can start looking for buys in here if it respects the trend like this constantly. And remember, this is all break of structures right here, but the trend will switch only if these big banks, institutions, and hedge funds are happy. They can switch the direction, but if they're not happy, then they can just, you know, continue down and take out even more liquidity down below. That's why you need to see the trend switch like this. Okay, but what I essentially did with the previous trade that I should show you, I did something called, I marked out liquidity, I followed the trend to the downside, and I wanted to target this liquidity, because like I told you, there's a huge chance that the trend will switch its direction, at least momentarily. Okay, momentarily I mean like it can switch it enough to hit the stop loss, right? So I targeted this liquidity right there in the trend like this. But essentially I target this liquidity because this is what can switch the direction at least momentarily, and it did that momentarily, as you can see. And why did I target this liquidity? Because I go to the 50-minute time frame. This is the liquidity. Look at this. This is a down candle followed by an up candle. So right here in the 15-minute time frame and above, they will rest liquidity. And then right here also resting liquidity. Why? Because look at this. This is a down candle followed by an up candle. And you may wonder actually, like, why is this the low below the up candle? Well, since a low takes 2 candles to form, you will choose the most prominent candle. So this is the low right here. Even though it's an up candle, it doesn't matter. Right here it's a down candle, but you're gonna choose the prominent one since it takes 2 candles. And you can see, gets swept. I'm gonna go to the 1-minute time frame again. It gets swept and it momentarily goes up like I planned, because, you know, that's liquidity. It could momentarily switch the trend. So I wanted to target that to make sure that I will not get stopped. Step number 3 is to understand when should you not trade. This is so important. Everybody always talks about like strategy, but it's more important to understand where not to trade, because if there is no volume or movement, you're not gonna make money. So let me teach you exactly when should you not trade. So it's the consolidation. Never ever trade in this kind of market movement, because this is a trend as well. And the thing about these trends is that they will continue and continue until there's the volume change, like liquidity or news data. So you should not trade in here, because like I told you, the trends continue and it will most likely just move like this. Like I told you, the uptrend and downtrend, they also move consistently, so you should always follow the trend. But here is not moving, so you should not trade in here. Understanding where not to trade is just as important as the actual strategy, so you should not trade in here. And look at this. This is a perfect example why you should actually trade in the session open. This is 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. This is when the New York Stock Exchange will open. This is where I trade NAS 100. And as you can see, as soon as the session open, there will be more volume. This market will start to move in trends, as in here as well. A nice uptrend and a downtrend, right? But before the session, it moved in sideways. Look at this consolidation. This is where you should not trade. you should trade when there's the volume in this session. And if you trade Forex sessions, there's the Asian, London, and New York session. You should trade on that. And now you understand the strategy that actually prints money. It's not these fake retail trader strategies. This is the real shit. But now you want to start making at least $10,000 a month with this strategy. If you want to achieve that, then click the first link in the description. It will get you to my free course that will teach you all the secrets about these markets, etc., etc. So click right there. And as usual, I will see you on the other side. Peace out.